Hey everyone, it's Jessica and this is your Gracious Health stretching routine. Today to get started, we're going to be in a nice lunge position. So we'll start off in tabletop, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and then go ahead and bring one leg out in front. Try to have it in between your hands, so feel free to adjust if you need to. You can press that back leg, the top of your foot down into it, and try to keep this hip pointing straight down into the mat. Take a nice couple of deep breaths, and I'll read our verse for today, which is Psalm 73:26. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Take a nice couple of deep breaths while you stretch and try to relax here. Slowly try to walk. You're going to have to bring your hips back a little bit to walk that top leg out to the side. And we'll drop that outside hand inside. And what I want you to try to do is do a couple of neck circles. Just kind of explore your neck range of motion. Only pain-free motion. So go nice and slow and controlled. Test your limits, but don't test into pain. Just explore a little bit. What's so powerful about the verse for today is just how common it is for us to feel like we do fail, or that we actually do fail. It's not just a feeling, but just that we know, we have this confidence and this assurance that God is always there, that He is our real portion, that even though we mess up, we still have this hope. There's still so much in store for us. I just want you to just really appreciate that. But God is the strength of my heart. Alright, so go ahead and walk this hip back towards the center. And what we're going to do now is we're going to try to stretch our quad, which is the front of your leg. So go ahead and rotate back out. Try to get a nice stretch. You can lean forward still, stay up more upright. Really try to get a lifting. You don't want too much weight through your joints. You can always hold on to something too. Nothing wrong with that. It can help you to change positions as well. So, nothing wrong with exploring. Just take a nice couple deep breaths. Try to open up your shoulder if you can hold on. If this is too hard, feel free to grab a towel or a blanket. See if you can wrap it around to get a little stretch. You also might want a pillow underneath your knee to soften it up, especially if you're on hardwood. It won't be very comfortable. I just take a nice couple deep breaths. And even if you don't feel like you've failed recently, just having that assurance of, what if I did fail? Just knowing that God's there. So powerful. Oops. You don't want to do that. That's why you hold on to stuff. It's alright though. See, everyone falls. God is still my strength. That's not what that verse means, but alright, so go ahead and slowly release your hands. Bring your hands back down. And then as we frame our foot, we're going to bring our hips back, keeping our foot where it is. We'll just get a nice stretch on the back of that leg, your hamstring. Just relax down. Take a nice couple of deep breaths here. And just remember that He's your portion forever, that He has things for you, even though in our own weakness, in our own strength, we fail because we're too weak. Try to lengthen your spine. As you fold over, you can relax your head and neck too. Alright, then we'll rock forward and we'll switch legs. Let's bring that opposite leg out in front. And again, top of that foot in the back goes into the ground. Try to keep this hip pointing towards the ground. Helps to level your hip and get a deeper stretch. Take a nice couple deep breaths here. Oh, I might not have mentioned this, but you can always have blocks. You can always stack it up. This way you are more supported in getting a stretch. You don't want to go into pain ever. It's always an option. Even if you have the flexibility, it can be nice to just change the angle of your stretch too from time to time. I just want you to think back about a time when God came through for you, that He was your strength when you failed, that He was your portion, that you felt like He was the strength of your heart. We're going to walk this leg out to the side, drop your hands in. You can do some neck circles while you just think about how God's come through for you in the past. Or even someone else if you can't think about it for yourself right now. God is the same God for you and for your friend. So even if you don't feel it right now for you, but you know of a time when He came through for someone else, you can use that and have that be your hope, and have that assurance for you. So do a couple neck movements and reflect. Right, and then we'll slowly walk that foot back towards the middle. And then we'll twist and rotate for this other leg, opening up that opposite shoulder. Getting a nice stretch. Alright, and then you're going to slowly release, shoving that back leg back to the ground. Hands come and frame that foot. And then you're just going to bring those hips back. Get a nice stretch in your hamstrings, lengthening your spine. Take a nice couple deep breaths. And just thank God for who He is and how He's come through for you. And just allow this time to just be an intimate time and just to build your faith a bit. So drop your head and just reflect and get close with God. Alright, and then we're going to rock forward. Bring that leg back. Make sure our hands are underneath our hips. Our hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath hips. And we're just going to end with a nice little spinal twist. Thread the needle. So you're going to kind of bow and arrow your arm up nice and tall. Stretch. And then you're going to put that arm through, thread the needle, rest your head down. This hand that's kind of supporting you can be wherever you want. Out to the top of the mat, right where it is. You could even put it on your back if you would like. Try to open up that shoulder. Whatever feels good for you today. Really try to extend your back, kind of straight back like your tailbone. And then we're going to switch sides. So we're going to go ahead, bow and arrow, shoulder underneath your arm, bow and arrow up, reach up nice and high. And then thread the needle through that hole, rest down and relax. Take a nice couple deep breaths. just thank God for this time together that you've had. All right. Slowly get out of that pose. Maybe do a couple shoulder rolls. Maybe even try to jump rope your back. So pretend like your spine's a jump rope. Just do a couple extra little movements. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that stretching routine, and I hope that you were able to get closer with God. I can't wait to see you again soon. Have a great day.